Good evening, everybody. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. It's been a pretty lovely Wednesday today. Um, I don't give a fuck. I really just don't give a fuck. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what happened in a minute. But first, the plan was to do Star Wars tonight. I tried to load up Shadows of the Empire and it doesn't want to play. I tried to start up episode 1 Racer. It also doesn't want to. So we're going to go back to a tried and true. And I'm going to play 20XX tonight because I love that game and it's easy to play. And we can have a great time chatting while I play it because I can just kind of go on auto drive. Um, so I went door dashing this morning. I went door dashing this morning so that I could make just a couple dollars to get box of Valentine's Day cards for kids. Yeah, that's all it was for because I have like $2 in my bank account. So I went out and I go a little bit outside of town. And as I'm headed back into town, I get pulled over. Was I speeding? Was I not wearing my seatbelt? Was I drunk and swerving all over the road? I was holding my phone in my hand. I'll let that sink in for holding my phone in my hand. That's the law. Code of Virginia, section 46.2 dash 818.2. You may not be holding in your hand. Doesn't matter if you're texting, talking, looking at GPS, or scratching your ear. If you have your handheld personal communication device, i.e., cell phone, in your hand in the state of Virginia, you can be charged with holding a handheld personal communication device, which is a $125 fine and 3 points on your license. Welcome in, Sid. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Welcome back. It's always nice to see familiar faces. Jay Knight as well. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with us tonight. So, yeah, pulled over for holding my cell phone in my hand. I was fully aware of what was going on. I saw the guy in the parking lot just Sydney's lurking. Awesome. Sims. See, I have not played any no, that's not true. I did play The Sims 2 for about 15 minutes. The only Sims I've ever played myself is the original. The original Sims 1. Um, which is just fine for me. And I will tell you, anyone who puts full autonomy onto onto the Sims, I think after a few minutes you actually get some sympathy for what God feels towards us. Um I love my Sims. I created them. They're they're my children and there's just absolutely nothing that I wouldn't do for them. Except rosebud them in $1,000,000. I want them to learn from their mistakes and become better people for it. But if I let them do whatever the hell they want, they're going to burn themselves, set themselves on fire while trying to cook soup and die. Come on, people. But anyway, I love the original Sims. I think it's a great game. So have fun, Sydney. Play your Sims. I don't know which Sims you're playing, but have fun with it. Um, so yeah, pulled over for holding my cell phone in my hand. Um, I thought when I passed him, I was doing under the speed limit. Had my seatbelt on. I was outdoor dashing, so I wasn't like, drinking and driving, which I never do anyway. But I wasn't like swerving around and like causing trouble. No, I'm minding my own business coming down a hill into town. And so he pulls out and turns his lights on. He doesn't speed up behind me. He just casually comes up behind me. And I'm like, okay, well, nobody else has passed him. So he's obviously after me. I must have a tail light out, my brake light's out or something. And he just wants to let me know that there's a problem because I couldn't possibly be doing anything wrong. Now he pulls up and I said, "Good morning." And he said, "I saw you on your phone." I wanna hear about that in just a second. You tell me in just a second. Let me finish my story first, because 'cause I'm the one with the microphone. Uh. Um, so he pulls me over. He comes up, he says, "I saw you on your phone." And I'm like, "Okay." And he tells me that the law is you can't be on your phone while driving. I'm not aware of this, and I know that doesn't excuse you from the law. Ignorance is no excuse, but I'm being polite. And but I'm thinking to myself, I don't recall a law. I mean, like, I know you can't actively, like, head down texting, not watching the road. That's distracted driving. And of course, there's a law for that. But holding my phone in my hand is what he saw. And it is a law that you cannot hold your phone in your hand. So he takes my license and everything. I explained to him I was trying to call my wife on the hands free, but the speakers in the car weren't working, and she was like, "Hello, hello, hello," um, and couldn't hear me. So I pulled the cord out of the phone so it would go to regular voice. Um, so I could just talk to her for a minute and let her know I'm on another run. I'll be home in a little while. All of this happened in the meantime that I was passing by him, and that's what he saw. So he goes back to his car after I explained to him what happened, and he nodded like he understood and everything, but he was back in his car for way too long. So I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." He's actually writing me a ticket for having my phone in my hand, and of course, here's my phone, and I'm the driver, so, windows over here, and I know it looks backwards here, let me so I've got my phone. Let me just take this off. I'm not listening to anything right now anyway. So I've got my phone like this, and I'm actually wearing this hat. So it's not like you can see very well. Like my phone is dark. You can't really tell. You probably can't hear me very well right now. But so my phone is not terribly noticeable. Um Especially with the hat, the dark. This isn't the shirt I wore today, but I did wear this sweatshirt. So you couldn't really like I could have just been scratching the side of my face. But so he comes back and gives me the ticket, and I'm annoyed but being polite. And he said, or do you have any questions? Nah, I'm good. Do show up at this time, but you can pay it early. Of course they want you to pay it early. Um, So my court date, this is going to be the best part about this. I'm not going to tell you the court date just yet because that's part of what makes this so great. Um, so I'm sitting there. He comes back. He gives me a license, lets me go, and He actually tells me that they're in the middle of a campaign currently to crack down on phone users in the car. Was specifically sitting at that spot to catch people on their phones. It is a spot coming down a hill into town where the speed limit drops from 55 to 45 to 35 to 25 in the span of a little over a quarter of a mile. Yeah, that's right. A drop from 55 to 25 in right about a quarter of a mile. All right. Everybody knows this. Nobody slows down right there. So it's a perfect place for them to sit. And I'm like, He's going to do great doing a speed trap here." No, he's there specifically to get people on their phones. And I'll be damned if I probably wasn't the first catch of the day. So I come home and I look up the law. I'm thinking about getting an attorney. I'm not now, but I was at the time because it's just asinine to have such a detailed, pointless law that is already covered by distracted driving. Um, I get home and I look at the law, and there it is. And there are exceptions to the law, all of which I feel are more dangerous of a situation than someone just casually with a phone up to their ear. One of the exceptions is the microphone from an amateur radio or a CB radio, like you have in a truck. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever used one, but that's a big hunker that kind of sits like, I'm trying not to block my microphone right now, but that's a big hunker like right in front of your face, right? Like you're almost blocking your vision forward when you use that thing unless you're like holding it down here. Well, why would you? Or like way over here or something. You need that in front of your face. Um so you can have that. That's an exception to the rule. Uh I don't see how this thing with this long twirly cord that goes down to the radio is safer than a phone up to the side of my face. I'd also like to point out that this law is prejudiced against me, a left-handed person, because it's much easier to look in someone's driver's side window and see them holding a phone on this side than it is on this side. Okay? If I was right-handed, he probably wouldn't even caught me. So fuck that. Right? Fuck that. Um then another exception is emergency vehicle operators while in the course of their duty. And the first thing I think when I think of an emergency vehicle operator in the course of their duties, it's okay for an ambulance driver to go 20 miles over the speed limit while having a cell phone in his hand. Now, is he using it? It doesn't matter. The law is you can't be holding it, but it's okay for them. It's okay for anyone in a Department of Transportation vehicle while they are working to hold a cell phone. Don't have to be using it. It's okay for them to hold it. It's not okay for the casual driver. The other exception is, and this is the best one, if you are calling in to report an emergency. But those are the exact words. Anyone reporting an emergency. It does not specify what constitutes an emergency, nor does it say who you have to be reporting to, which is why I'm going to court because I called to tell my wife that I left the stove on at breakfast time and it needed to be turned off quickly. That's a household emergency, and I prevented a public service emergency by not letting my house burn down. And I reported it to my wife. Yeah. So The exceptions to me almost seem more dangerous than the situation of someone just casually talking on their phone. Texting, I understand. Texting is stupid. I don't do that while I drive. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Do I have a hands-free device? Yes, I have a little thing I can put my phone on and talk on speakerphone, or I can plug it into my car's in-car audio, but it doesn't work well. So, um, I don't use it. But like I said, the distracted driving laws already cover all of this. The fact that I am not allowed to hold a phone in my hand is just absolutely asinine. Um, so my court date is April 1st. You bet your ass that if I'm gonna have to pay $125 plus whatever the court cost is, you know that. Um, I'm getting screwed. I'm going in there and I'm making a joke out of this because the law is stupid. It's asinine. It's pointless. It's already covered under other laws. And I know the judge didn't write the law, and I know the cop didn't write the law. It's only his job to enforce what he's told to do, right? But I think, hopefully, if I can be jovial and still point out, um, Chrome Cobra, welcome in. First time in here. Good to see you. Welcome in. 20XX hype, absolutely. One of my favorite games. I love a good jump and shoot. Always been a huge fan of Mega Man. Um and pretty much any side scrolling platform really, but I absolutely love 20XX, and 30XX is fantastic too. I'll do that sometimes in here as well. Well, stick around, absolutely, and hang out with us. I'll be starting in a minute after I'm done ranting about this fucking speeding ticket. It's not a speeding ticket, it's a holding my phone ticket. A holding my phone ticket. Come on, people. Let's not the biggest fan of 30X. I can understand that. Absolutely, I do understand that. I think it's a fantastic game, but the difficulty from 20XX to 30XX just went. um, Great music though. Great music, and that's one of the things I'm all about is the music in a game. You may have actually noticed that the intro music to the stream tonight was from Mega Man X2. It was one of the Maverick Hunter X Hunter stages. You do? That's awesome. Yeah, Mega Man X is one of my Mega Man X is one of my like almost daily games. At some point, whether I finish it or not, whether I speed walk it or just kind of play casually is up for grabs. But yeah, it's pretty much an everyday thing for me. Um, so I'm gonna go to court and I'm not gonna fight to get out of it really, but I do hope that I can show them that n- that, that it's kind of stupid to enforce something on people um who are minding their own business and not causing a problem. Like if it's not distracted driving, it shouldn't be illegal. Um, oh, absolutely, and, definitely, I play on OG hardware and emulator, entirely depending on what I'm trying to do. If I just wanna do, like, a normal run, OG, which is in my bedroom. I can just lay in bed and, you know, and that's great. But if I wanna play, like, a ROM hack or something, obviously, I gotta use an emulator for that. Um, So I just want to go in there and like not be disrespectful and not like take it too jovially, but I want to like impress that I didn't really do anything wrong and this law is just kind of like they don't enforce eh, they don't enforce adultery. Everybody's fucking everybody, right? No one's getting the police called on them, and if they did, they'd be like, "Who cares?" Um, and I'm not trying to be sexist in any way, but how many times have you seen a woman drive down the road doing her makeup? That's distracted driving. That's ridiculous. And no cops are stopping them, right? I mean, no big deal there. So uh, I could be carrying a soda can. I could be drinking a soda or eating a Hardee's breakfast biscuit. That's, with the paper flying up in my face while I'm driving. No one's going to pull me over for eating breakfast in my car. No one's going to pull me over for drinking a soda or uh eating a biscuit or drinking my coffee or anything like that. No one's going to stop me for that. I'm holding something in my hand. So sorry for the rant to start out today, but I got to get that off my chest. I have never seen, and I called my stepfather, or not my stepfather, my father-in-law. I don't have a stepfather. I called my father-in-law to because he loves dumb laws. Like that's his thing. He's just like, oh, do you know about this dumb law? Do you know about this dumb law? And I called him and I told him, he goes, that's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard. He said he said, "I never thought I'd hear this come out of my father-in-law." He's like, "I could be drinking a cup of coffee and getting a blowjob, driving down the road and swerving all over the place, and I might get a ticket for distracted driving, but for the most part, none of that is illegal. I got pulled over for holding my phone in my hand." They are too busy typing on their laptops, and one of our local cops, I'm gonna blow them out of the water. I don't care because they deserve this. One of them's this little young girl that's, uh, like, I'm short. I'm 5'3", and she only, like, comes up to the bottom of like, the top of my neck, right? Um, Tiny little thing. I see her driving around in her patrol car all the time, just tapping away on that phone. But she gets a pass because she is in an emergency vehicle while performing her duties. But it's okay. It's not dangerous in her case, right? Fuck that. Um, we also had someone pull my wife over because he didn't like the way she backed out of our driveway. Oh, of course she's on official business. Um, but yeah, this cop didn't like the way my wife backed out of our driveway. Nothing illegal about it, but gave her a ticket for being out of her lane. She took pictures and everything. I've got an eyelash in my eye and it hurts like the dickens. Um, so yeah, gave her a ticket for it obviously got thrown out, but gave her a ticket for backing out of the driveway in a manner he didn't like. We've also had CPS called on us for our kids playing in the front yard behind a fence. We're right on Main Street. We don't have a big yard, but behind a fence. And people call in all the time. Oh, these kids are out playing next to the road unsupervised. It's like, fuck you people, mind your own business. And then again, like the left-handed thing, like I would not have been seen on my phone if I'd been using my right hand. So back to it, like I had a fun morning. I also had a guy who, while I was door DoorDashing, I got an order where the guy wanted a box of, uh, a heart-shaped box of chocolates. And the one that he put on the order that I picked up, I scanned, the barcode goes through, right? And I'm getting ready to go up there, but there was another item on his. I'm so sorry. This is awful. I think that got it. Yep, there it is. Okay. So he wanted this box of chocolate. So I picked it up and there was something else on this list that I couldn't get. So I called him and he's like, "Hey, that box of chocolates, is it big? Like bigger than your hand?" And I'm like, "Dude, I got small hands. Everything's bigger than my hand." Um, And he's like, "Well, is it deep? Is it big?" Like, and I'm like, "No, it's pretty small." What do you need? And he's like, "Well, I need something bigger, something kind of deep." And I said, "You want the turtle box? You know what? Like those caramel turtles, like the chocolate caramel turtle. They're one of my favorite things. They got like walnuts in them and stuff." Um, I said, "You want that one because it's deeper. What are you doing with it?" And he said, "I'm going to put chicken wings in it." So he wanted to take the all the candy out of the box and put chicken wings in there for his significant other. I honestly, that guy's next level. I think it's genius. Um, so I had a pretty good day dashing, but here's the kicker. This ticket, if I get it, is about $150 after you add in court costs and everything. I made $30 today. It's gonna take me 5 days of work to pay off a speeding ticket when all I needed was $5 to get a box of Valentine. This is the world we live in. The little man is getting fucked, and it's not okay. That's all I have to say on that. On to happier times, on to fun things. Here we go. Let's play some 20XX tonight. Let me know if you guys can't hear the game. I think it's good. Hey, check out 30XX. I did. I love it. It's great. Times one down. I don't know what that. Anyway, since we're getting started on this, uh, oh, because I'm in the middle of a run. You know what? Fuck it. Gotta love that casual. Fuck it. Blow it all to the wind. Let's see. Probably could have used that armor. Whatever. Let's just start over new. Let's kick it off easy with a normal run. So I have some new channel point community challenges up. I want to get you guys another follower emote. And I want to get you guys some channel point redeems. Some great ones that I used to. Oh, come on. That I used to have was, of course, bringing Effie on screen, my dog, and letting her play for a little bit. And, of course, the unicorn redeem. There are a couple new channel redeems up, obviously, for first, second, and third person in, which nobody has redeemed yet today, so get on that. Fight to the death for it. My controller seems to not be connecting properly, but we'll work with it. And then, yeah, new follower emotes. I'm working on some more sub emotes. Where did you come from, dick? So, you know, those of you out there with your no, I don't like that one. Those of you out there with your subs, of course, I am adding to your library all the time because you guys deserve everything. My undying love, which you all get anyway. That's a free service. So use those channel points. I added some more sound. What are they called? Sound, not sound elements. Sound alert. Sound alert. Alert sound. You know what I mean. Anyway, they're up there too. What were you eating? You don't come in here and say you were eating and then not say, hey, I was eating this. Like, food is life in here. Like, we talk about food, so share. There we go. Sid's redeeming the I'm first. Just so you all know, second and third cost more. Let's see. You're gonna get a little bit testy. Welcome in, Chapman. Hot wings and fries. That's what I like to hear. I love that. Hot wings and fries. Nectar of the gods, hot wings. This is what you miss. This is what you miss, Sid. When you take the vegetarian route. Hot wings. I can hear my cat like pounding on the window, trying to come inside. Like, we don't let him in through the side window though. Hey, would one of y'all let Yeep inside? So I have a ginger cat that's, you know, I mean, he's your typical ginger cat. He wirelessly shares one brain cell with every other ginger cat on the planet. But he's cute, he's friendly, he's nice. And I hate to leave him outside too long. Like, he just kind of comes and goes when he wants to. But, you know, like, when he's pounding on the window, it's like, okay, you can come back in. Early Sonic. I guess I could kind of see Sonic in this. The artwork kind of matches. It's certainly not as fast paced though. I can't play the original Sonics. Like, the level design and the way they expect you to just go fast. It's a little too, what's a good word? I suppose it's too stimulating. Stimulation overload. I have nuts. Do I want strength or do I want attack? I think I'm gonna go for strength. I know what button to press, I promise. You'll have to forgive me for shifting in my seat a lot. I'm still feeling a little pain from my surgery, and it's been well, I'd say we're a little over a month now. And I still have, I don't need to go in there. I still have a hematoma that is rather large and kind of gets in the way of things, and it's unpleasant. I really don't. I normally like the spread shot, but I'm just not feeling it today. So, Sid, We were going to argue Star Wars today, and I will absolutely allow you to kick this one off. But my argument is that all 9 Star Wars movies, regardless of good, bad, whatever you may think about it, definitely have all of the requirements of camp and comedy and general nonsense to be considered Star Wars. And if anyone else wants to agree, disagree, or jump in on this conversation, by all means. But I will await the flame wars that are about to happen. And I welcome them with open arms. Wow, you're an idiot. So am I! Fuck! Little life never hurt anybody. Which is why I was going to play a Star Wars game today. I'm sorry that I couldn't get any of them to run. I thought about trying to get KOTOR to load up, but it's never worked on stream very well. Out taking damage. This can be done. Easy peasy. Oh, I was gonna make that jump and I should have, but just wanted to make sure. Oh god! Fuck! I should not have fallen there. That was... Damn, dude. I suck tonight. This is just a warm-up run. That's my excuse. This is a warm-up. I've been playing 30XX a lot more lately, so you know what I mean. You kind of you get out of practice on one thing because you get used to something else. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I haven't done so yet, so I will ask everyone, how are you doing today? Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I am very grateful to share it with all of you lovelies. Good stuff today. Take that, though. Actually, I'll take that and that. That's awesome. I'm really not crazy about having the Owlhawk armor. It seems is what I'm building this time around. But I mean, it's just not one of Nina's good armors. I'd much rather have Oxjack or Dracopit. So, talk to me, Cobra. What's your favorite armor setup in this game? Like, I don't know if you have the DLCs. Have you played as Hawk? Ooh, I like holding nuts. Hold the nuts. So that one, that little thing that I just picked up gives me The more nuts that I'm holding, the more damage I do. The opening of The Last Jedi. Finn wakes up. Poe dicks around Hux, which is honestly, that's why I say that those movies are classic Star Wars. Like the scene of Poe dicking around with Hux was just, it was classic Star Wars comedy. Like some of the best, actually. The bombing in space was bullshit. I will give you that. But as far as physics goes, like Star Wars has never been the greatest when it comes to physics. Like even in their own canon, the physics is just bad. So I completely agree with you. That was a bullshit scene. It was just plain stupid. But my argument still stands. It is campy at a level of Star Wars camp. I don't know if my button presses are coming through on you guys. You're not hearing a bunch of clicks, are you? Oh my god, he's still alive. Okay, there's something up there I can get. What do we got? Give me a very safe lab. Let's fuck this run up. Oh well. It's free. I think maybe after this run I'll give it another like casual run, and then I'm gonna try and go for a personal best. I wasted all my nuts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The bombing was senseless. Actually, I will argue that the entirety of The Last Jedi was most of the events. I won't say the movie was pointless. Most of the events were entirely pointless. You have two high-ranking officers who, at one point in the movie, agree that Poe is ideal and that he is a fantastic soldier and leader and officer. But they keep him uninformed of the plan. That's not Poe's fault. That's bad leadership. Which just proves that Vice Admiral Holdo uh, was not a good leader. Because if she had just told them ahead of time what was going on, they wouldn't have even had to have gone to find a code breaker. Like, that entire event chain would not have even needed to happen. But then you wouldn't have a movie, which is entirely why Rian Johnson is a shitty story writer. And I think, honestly, if J.J. Abrams had written a second movie, we wouldn't have gotten what was absolutely dismal for the third one. Just a story that made absolutely no sense because he wouldn't have been trying to save what he did in the first one. He would have had a nice, fluid, continuous story. Ooh, that's always a fun one to get. See, I could have told the cop I was just scratching my ear. But you were holding your phone. Ooh, big boomy. I'm going up there. And it's useless. Now, when it comes to Star Wars, I have come to a personal decision that Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One are the gold standard of Star Wars movies. If you cannot do something at that level, then just don't make it. And that's what Disney needs to hold their standard to. If you can't do an Empire or a Rogue One, don't bother. I thought Solo was good, but I get where a lot of people had issues with it. I still argue that the 12 parsecs was possible because the ship was faster and it could fly 2 parsecs closer to the Maw than other ships, therefore cutting 2 parsecs off the Kessel Run. I still argue that he did use parsecs properly. And I know there are a lot of people out there who say that it's impossible to make a hyperspace jump from in an atmosphere. That was a safety feature put into ships, yes. But it was not a hard no. It was more of a avoid the dangers of. So when we talk about Star Wars physics in general being kind of off, yes, they are. I don't give a fuck about their quota, Chapman. I absolutely don't give a fuck about their quota. I understand they have a quota, but you know, when you come up on a father who's just trying to make ends meet, you know, go bother the hoity-toities in the rich neighborhoods. Damn it. I hate getting a system restore when I don't have a very safe lab. I don't either. Just yeah. Your quota is not my problem, especially when I'm not doing anything wrong. But this is the sign of things to come. The sign of things to come. We're fucked. I have zero faith in my government. The only thing that I have, which, you know, I could lose anytime, is the freedom to say so, which I feel very sorry for the people who don't have that. But I have zero faith in my government. It's nothing but downhill from here. I don't care who gets elected this year. It's not going to be good. Do I want that? That's really going to help me in Kerr's stage, which is coming up right here. Yeah, I better go ahead and do it. Oh, shit. Hello. Fire lasers. I'm a fired my laser. Whoa. Oh, that doesn't... thing can't go through the wall. Cool, good to know, good to know. Oh. I think I'm gonna have to wait. That's going... Oh, you fucking bird! Fucking my pace here. Fucking my pace. Need to get a little bit more daring about some of these jumps and skim through it. So, oh my god, James. Guys, they stupid. I get moved forward instead of backwards in the level. Oh, 27. Okay, we can get a yeah, a little bit of strength is good. Ah! I just can't see or something today. Like, that was just a stupid jump to miss. Of course. There we go. Phantom Menace. Considering I just watched it the other day. I don't mind the prequel trilogy. I think it kind of holds up. Phantom Menace, I would say, has shitty dialogue, but the actual events of the movie are very entertaining and follow the established lore pretty well. I think that Liam Neeson did a great job as Qui-Gon Jinn. I think Ewan McGregor did a great job as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think in Phantom Menace, Natalie Portman did a pretty good job of playing Padme. I gotta say this, Natalie Portman's not a bad actress, but either she didn't know how to deal with George, or George didn't know how to deal with her. I don't know why I'm sucking at this so bad. She and George Lucas just didn't pair well. Ah, fuck! I give up. I'm just not even going up there. Just gonna keep going. Tetris, I remember you saying you were going to play a game of Tetris tonight. How'd it go? Yeah. 3, 4, 5, and 6 for the original. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 40. I'm 40, Cobra, so I'm right there with you. Like, the originals. I gotta tell you this. This is so cool. Yeah, of course we're talking Star Wars. I was supposed to fight Star Wars with you all night tonight, remember? Okay, hold on just a second. Hold on. I'm gonna get back to the game. But I gotta tell you this, because the Star Wars! Yes! So, a Dagobah swamp, that is so cool. Dagobah terrarium, that's awesome, I love it. So, when I was little, my dad used to watch, the trilogy. Cobra, tell me if you remember this, when the Star Wars trilogy used to come on, like, TNT, and they'd play them back to back. I would come and go while my dad was watching them. And so I'd come in and I'd see the scene where Obi-Wan is turning off the shield generator. And then I'd see the Battle of Yavin. I'd see the X-Wings going over the surface of the Death Star. And then I'd go away. But then I'd come back later, and he would be in the Battle of Hoth. And then it would be on Cloud City. And then I'd come back, and it's the scout speeders going through the forests on Endor. And then the second Death Star blowing up and all this kind of stuff. I just thought it was one long movie. Because there were, like, ads in between, and I never saw, like, the beginning and end of the movies. I just thought I was like, how long is this movie? But it's so cool. When I was little. Yoda and handstand Luke. That is awesome. I love that. Yeah, the original 3 are absolutely fantastic. Tetris ate you. I'm sorry. I can't help you there. You should look into that game I told you about, Quirk. It's a really fun, like, you know, puzzle kind of game, a lot like what's it called? The game you were playing last night. Void thing. Void Stranger. Got it. So yeah, I used to think it was all like one big movie. Same thing with Indiana Jones. No! Oh, shit. Lost out on soul chips. What a bitch. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I would say the original trilogy is not necessarily the whole trilogy. I used to love Return of the Jedi. Absolutely was my favorite of the three. But as I grew up, I think that's a younger kid thing. Return of the Jedi, I think, had, though most of it was actually kind of boring political shit, the action scenes in Return of the Jedi, I think, hold more appeal to a young audience. Oh, Mando. Mando's my heart. I love Mando. I don't love Mando. I love the show Mando. Actually, as a person, I think Din Djarin is actually kind of a... considering the fact that the show ended up being about Bo-Katan anyway. Like, she's the real Mandalorian. So... I think as you grow up, at least in my case, I felt that the older I got, the more I respected and felt something more for Empire Strikes Back. And it became my favorite of the original three. I think also you get a bigger appreciation for Empire if you read Empire and Shadows of the Empire. I'm gonna finish this up. You guys are welcome to run and take a bathroom break, because I'm gonna do this. We're about 1 minute out from a mandatory part of the stream. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take a quick minute and a half, and we'll get right back to it. Thank you, Sid. So yeah, this is probably why I'll never be a partner because because I tell you about the mandatory part of the stream and go take a break. I am not a shill, and I never will be. So yeah, I agree with you, Sid. Like, I love you too. You have a good night. You look like a bushka lady. So yeah, I think that I agree. Now, see, I like the whole Jedi Sith thing. Like, that's what Star Wars is about. But I do want something not Skywalker related. Absolutely agree with you on this. I'm sorry, Cobra. I didn't mean to spoil anything for you. Hopefully, I didn't give too much away. But I if you have the opportunity to see the rest of it, definitely watch it. And you know, Book of Boba Fett was good too. Not amazing, but it was good. I'm waiting for them to come out with a third series called Bo-Katan or House Kryze or something like that, and have it actually be about Din Djarin, since The Mandalorian was basically about Bo-Katan, and the Book of Boba Fett was about, or I'm sorry, the Book of Boba Fett was about Din Djarin. If they came out with another series about that called Bo-Katan or House Kryze or something like that, they could make a series that's actually about Boba Fett. Just say it. Have a good night. I know you are, but it was your choice, and I think it was a good choice. My son has to go to math tutoring. But he chose to do it because he wanted to do better, and I'm very proud of him. See, it's my understanding that they've chosen a new director and that Daisy Ridley is reprising her role as Rey in new movies. So they're moving forward with, I'm assuming, a second new Jedi Order. Anyway, it's my understanding that the director herself stated that she expects the next movie the next Star Wars movie that she's directing to make men uncomfortable. So apparently a feminist director who wants to do a feminist movie, which Disney seems to be all about. That what I have found great about Star Wars up to this point, good, bad, or otherwise, is that they have not been agenda charged, whether it be well, it's not getting any one specific thing. Star Wars up to this point has been very neutral as far as our current day social climate, and I really appreciated that they kept it out of that. But it seems like they're starting to move into something. Wait, no dig. Bonus, no damage. Okay, can do. No, never gonna get that one. I'm never gonna get it. Rey is a bad character, even if she was a dude. You know what? I think Rey was a decent character. I think she was portrayed very well. I think Daisy Ridley did a fantastic job. I think she was given really shitty scripts to work with. But I think the character of Rey is salvageable, I guess you could say. I don't think she's the worst character, and Kylo Ren is He's a fucking Skywalker. I mean, he's a whiny fucking bitch. But he's a whiny fucking bitch with power. Like, Vader was emasculated, okay? And Palpatine was just... you know? But Kylo Ren actually had some emotion, some power behind him. And I think it played well. And I think Adam Driver nailed it. I'm not going to be an apologist about the films themselves. They were awful. But I think the character development was there. No, you're right. You can't work with a shit character. I don't think that the characters necessarily were bad characters. Their basic design was good. I think they had. I don't think J.J. Abrams was the best director, and Rian Johnson should have just been shy. And like I said earlier, I think J.J. Abrams, given the opportunity to do all three of them, I think he would have salvaged that story. Oh, very, very, very aptly. Prequels made Vader a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, whiny teen Anakin is bad. You're right. Holdo is hot. Okay, I know why you think Holdo is hot. You think Holdo is hot because you still see her as Dr. Ellie Sattler. That's why you think she's hot. You see how I tied that in, Sid? And honestly, I think you should have kept playing last night. I totally agree with your decision to stop playing it because you weren't having a good time, but I think you were making that game really fucking interesting. Like, something that was never interesting, you made interesting, Sid. So congratulations, you're fucking A+ streamer. Dude, I'm talking about Star Wars right now. I can't play this game for shit. I can't keep a train of thought. Yes, that was her in Jurassic Park. I believe oldest is home from toothbrush. Well, she didn't really get the... I don't think she got the screen time she deserves. Hello. Oh, God. You hate the universe. Why do you hate the universe? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. The deer wasn't gonna hurt you. It was more scared of you than you were of it. I have not watched any of the Jurassic World films. I've watched the 3, and I know Michael Crichton didn't write Jurassic Park 3, but I thought Jurassic Park 3 was a solid movie. I don't know why everybody hated it. I miss Dally Cat. Should I go back and get it? I'm gonna go back and get it. If I don't die in the process. Okay. Oh, get the clover, get the clover, get the clover. The 7-leaf clover grimoire. I've got the luck of your brother's cousin's sister's former roommate. I like anything with Sam Neill, too. I agree. There was a third one, where they go to Site B, Isla Sorna, which they talked about in the first book, and, you know, had to explain in the third movie because they hadn't touched on it yet. But yeah, they go to what was called Site B, which was the other idea of where to put the park. Or it was more of a research facility than like the theme park itself. Good movie. I liked it. And what's his name? Not William Hurt. Oh, shit, that was stupid. I knew better. Oh, come on, James, quit being stupid. There we go. I can like I'm such an easygoing guy. Like, I'm so agreeable with everything, and like, it gets me into trouble sometimes. I'm all about different opinions and good friendly debate. I can see why people would not like Jurassic Park 3. Personally, I think The Lost World was a shit show. Mostly because it had nothing to do with the book. I think The Lost World is the shining textbook example of how Hollywood can take a good story and fuck it up. Event Horizon is awesome. Do you know that Event Horizon was the reason that what's-her-name played Charlotte in The Patriot? It was the first movie that she and Jason Isaac were in together, and he recommended her for the part. Movie trivia. I forgot, if you wait this long to kill this guy, he becomes a nightmare. I never see him as somebody who's very difficult to beat, so I sometimes underestimate the complete fuck show that he can become. I've got a decent amount of energy. That's not bad. Definitely want that. Alright, here we go. On to the last levels. And then let's see if we can do like an actual good run of this. Because I've had this shitty gun this whole run. My armor parts are fucking useless. It's where leg parts come in handy. I'd appreciate less knockback too. That would be... Oh, you know, I know how to get rid of that. Oh shit! Fuck. That. There we go. I knew there was a reason I got powers. You guys are perfectly entitled to your wrong opinion. Oh my god, what is this? This is... You know what? I know how to stop it. It's just... James! Come on! No, I find some enjoyment out of The Lost World. It's an okay movie. It's just... It doesn't hold a candle to the... And I'm a reader. Like, I love books. So... It's maybe it's just a bad idea for me to watch movies based on books, because I know a lot of people are always like, oh, it's nothing like the book, it's no good. I try to find the enjoy. Like, I thought Harry Potter was great for what it was. You know, I thought Lord of the Rings was great for what it was. I thought The Hobbit was great for what it was. I don't know why they felt the need to add in a whole bunch of fucking characters that didn't belong there, but... you know, it was good. I liked The Hobbit. I'd say I like The Hobbit a little more than I like Lord of the Rings, to be honest. But Jurassic Park series is no different, and I do need to watch... Did I really just miss that? I'm so glad that ice block is there. So Jurassic Park is no different, and I will watch the Jurassic World at some point. But it's will never be as good. I will challenge that. Have you seen Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries? I think it's called. Franny Fisher's Murder Mysteries or something like that. The books are absolutely terrible because she spends 4 chapters, and that's an exaggeration, but she spends so much time just describing what Franny is wearing out the door every day that she can't get to the fucking plot. But if you watch the show, it makes the stories interesting. That is one of the few occasions where I will say that watching a show was more interesting to me than the books that they were based on. I will also argue that as awful as both of them were, the Twilight movies, even as awful as they were, I hated every minute of it, the movies were better than the books. I'm one of those people, like, I'll fucking read anything. Like, I'll cry through a book if I have to. Then you have shit shows like fucking Ender's Game. I think we talked about this the other day. Ender's Game was just... Ah! What did you do? So to be fair, I've met Orson Scott Card. He's kind of an asshole. No, I'm not talking about sad crying. I'll cry through a book because I don't want to read it anymore. It's just fucking painful to read, but I'll read it anyway. But I understand what you're saying about Marley and me. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. I'm still in the green. I'm good. I was taking way too many hits there. Be getting ready for bed. Still got a parent. Would I watch a rated R Jurassic? If it was more faithful to the book? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh boy, my damage is shit. Ugh. This is the best music in the game. If you guys can't hear it, tell me to turn it up. Sorry, crew. I'm kind of concentrated on the level here because shit gets a little hairy right here at the end, and I've got enough health going in, but Cobra, you know, the final boss fight in this could go either way sometimes. Get through no control of your own. I did not think I was going to make it over that. And then I run into the monkey's ass. Okay, the split shot actually did some good for me for once. Now I need to get as many nuts as I can before I go into this fight so I can boost my... You guys have been great tonight. Like, I love this conversation we're having. This is why we're here. Meg book? Make the Meg book. Enlighten me. You know what? I have ice. I didn't have to tiptoe through that. I could have just... Oh, James, he's stupid. I don't have to tiptoe through these fireballs. I can just fucking... Ah! Hey, Meg the shark. Meg the shark. The Meg. Okay, I gotcha. $1997. What else has he written? Meg. Oh! The Mayan block. Okay, he wrote... I feel like I've read Goliath. Yep, I've read that. Read that a long time ago. Okay, cool. Now I know what we're talking about. It always helps when the streamer knows what we're fucking talking about. Hey! Look at this! Armor parts right before... leg parts right as we go into the final battle. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that great, guys? Getting the piece that you've needed the entire fucking run right at the end of the game. Isn't that fantastic? Don't you love that? Isn't that the greatest feeling in the world? I'm bitter, can you tell? It's almost as bad as getting a fucking traffic ticket for holding your goddamn phone. See, we come full circle in here. Is Alistair home yet? I didn't get fire. Shit. That's alright. I don't mind getting stabbed with 18-inch ice sticks. Wow, he's actually going down rather quick. That's what I need. That. Ooh, that's, okay, there we go. Well, that was kind of cool. Yeah, we'll get through this just fine. This one's a decent. This is actually a pretty decent fight. Boom! 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 Ice. Ice. Didn't work. Okay. Nah, we'll be fine. Coming up on the end here. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Boom! All done. There we go. Now we just gotta get out alive. Oh no, not the fire, not the fire. Helps by shooting the right direction. Not the fire coming after me. Oh no, everything's blowing up behind me. Cobra, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Glad that you're enjoying yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't have to hurry on this. Because I can just stand here forever and it just goes blah, 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 over there. Yeah, if I move backwards, it actually goes backwards. Oh no, I fell in the lava. Oh no, I fell in the lava. Oh no, I fell in the lava. Okay, that was kind of a painful run there. Gotta run. Hope you have a great night. I hope you have a great night too. A co-op run, absolutely. Check my about thing down there, and it's got my Steam. I'm the Mediterranean pretty much everywhere. So yeah, I'd absolutely love to do a co-op run. I love it. I love this game. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight, Cobra. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Enjoy your follow emote. There's more coming. Just use those channel points. You guys use those points. You show that you want to be here, and I'm gonna give you all so many fucking presents. You're not gonna know what to do with it. All right, so I am going to count my fingers here real quick, and we're gonna see if we can do a sub 35 run. That's pretty much a kill nothing and just run. And it's pretty dependent on getting a full set of either Dracopin or Armatort pretty early on in the run to either substantially decrease knockback and the ability to destroy incoming projectiles, or the ability to just go on an all-out frontal assault. We'll see if we can do it. And now I have some chips. Now I have some soul chips to use, so... All right. I've done sub 35. J Knight coming in with the second. Nope, no, I don't want to quit. I don't. No, I don't want to quit. All right, there we go. J Knight coming in with the second. Thank you so much for that redeem. Nice to see you all here. Enjoying your redeems. All right, let's start this out with a Chapman. Congratulations on coming in third place. J Knight, first loser. All right, all attacks ignore walls and shields. That's going to help us out a lot. The flame spewer is going to help us out a lot. And hopefully we get a vending, or not a vending machine, but a slot machine early on that drops us some good stuff. Oh. Before we move on, let me show you guys tonight's fun t-shirt. We have the question block, and it's made up of turtle shells and question blocks and the boomerang flower and stars. Like that. All the Mario stuff. It's a Mario shirt. Wait a second. Oh, I see. Gotta love the hype. Gotta love the hype. You would think. He should be back soon. Oh, maybe they finally took him. All right, here we go. Let's go. Sub 35. Like I said, I've done it a couple times. So J Knight is lovingly displaying one of the sub emotes. That's my happy little alien. Great thing about sub emotes is when you have them, you can take them to other channels too. And show your love. Ha ha ha. Cool. Welcome home, Alistair. You know what? Yeah, okay, I'll use it. Oh, that's right. My shots are going through walls. This is actually going to be a great one to have. All right. So, wait a minute. This is supposed to be a fast run. Stop it, James. Okay, here we go. Got my head in the game now. Here we go. Welcome home, kiddo. How was church? Don't need life. I have life. I don't have a life, but I do have life. Oh. Nope. Swap cam. I don't wanna. You do it. Shut up.
What?
You all need to go to bed.
Bye.
I want to swap the camera. You swap the camera.
Swap the camera.
You swap the camera.
Swap.
Fine. You be quiet. Little two are in bed. Declan's trying to sleep. Effie's trying to sleep. Everybody's trying to sleep. You shut up.
You shut up.
No, you shut
You
up.
shut up.
I can go faster than this. Come on, James. Oh, God! What do we got? Yes. Oh, I'm too short. Fuck. I need 2 nuts. Giggity. I bet they're in that box. Bet they'll be in that box. I need that helmet. I'm gonna have to backtrack for that helmet. Yep, there they are. Watch, there'll be a shop at the end of the stage. But I can't... I'd rather not take the chance of it being there. Over. Shit. Shit. So for those of you who don't know, I am the original speed walker of gaming. Been doing it since 1987. There was a shop at the end of the stage. I am such a mole. I don't speed run, but I can go kind of fast. Which I suppose is entertaining to watch me fumble and stumble and make a fool of myself. But I'm never going to be a speed runner per se. I've got a pretty good Mega Man X time, but that's about it. I know my way around A Link to the Past, too. Oop. Armor's good. Alright. No missile. Ooh, health up, yes. Ooh. So back on the Star Wars front. I think the original question was, do I like Phantom Menace? Yes. Yes, we're going that far back. Yes, I do like Phantom Menace. I think that Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith are about equal for me. Attack of the Clones, I think I like because mostly the end, when you see the clones getting on the transports, that's pretty much the best part of the movie. Because clones are fucking awesome. Ooh! I need 3 more nuts. I need 3 more nuts! Why do I keep short? Like, come on. Somebody give me something. I've got to get that arm cannon. There's one. I don't want to have to backtrack for this. This sucks. But if it's my only shot at a Dracopin cannon, I've got to take it. And that's the end of the level. Fuck. Alright. And I didn't even get a shop at the end? Wow, they're fucking me on this one. No, not gonna. It'd have been nice to have enough for the upgraded flame spewer as well. Strength or nuts? I seem to be shorting on nuts consistently. I need to. All right, let's take care of Rollster before he gets out of hand. Well, seen that fire there. Come on, James. I'm getting tired. Like, it's been a long of just bullshit. No damage, okay. I'm sitting here just like, oh, fucking la-di-da. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm alive. I did it. Nope, definitely don't want the helmet. That's a waste. Which one would I watch more, Star Wars or Star Trek? I'm a Star Wars fan. I do appreciate the Star Trek movies. I never cared for the TV show, but the Star Trek motion picture, chef's kiss. I love that movie. Mostly because the woman who plays Ilea is beyond hot. I don't even have a bald king. Wrath of Khan is better, though. Also, while we're on the topic of Star Trek, what do you guys think of the reboot movies? I thought they were phenomenal. The third one was a little bit, it was downhill, but I thought the reboot was great, and Into Darkness was just... I have a real man crush on Benedict Cumberbatch, and he was just perfect as Khan. He does such a good job at a villain. Getting back on that, he also did the motion capture and the voice for Smaug in The Hobbit, which was also just fucking great role. But I'm more... I don't really know much about Star Trek's lore because it doesn't interest me as much. But I could do Star Wars like all day. I do appreciate Star Trek. I see the appeal. Though I like Firefly a lot more. Firefly, no joke, is if it hadn't gotten so screwed over. If the whole series hadn't have just got screwed over, I think Firefly would have rivaled Star Wars as the greatest space opera. Yeah, it was. It was such a great show, and I love the movie Serenity, and I hate the movie Serenity. I understand what he was doing with Serenity. I don't like what he did with Serenity, but I understand. I would be pissed too after what happened with the series. It didn't go well for him, and it's not okay, but you know, we gotta be appreciative of what we got with Firefly, and I do definitely appreciate what we got. Give me something good. Really? One armor? Fuck, come on. Alright, I got one more. Energy. 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 Nothing but energy. Come on. Where are we at on time? Oh, it doesn't say. I always thought it had an ongoing timer. Reboot was entertaining. Grandma. I love that you said your grandma was in a Star Trek. That's cool. Like being able to enjoy watching something with my grandparents. That's not something that I ever got to experience. Like my grandparents were still alive. My grandfather actually died just before Christmas. Was my last grandparent alive. But so you know, I had them for quite a while. But I never really got to watch stuff with my grandparents. So the fact that you got to like watch stuff with your grandma, and nerdy grandma, like that's like bonus. Okay, I'm not moving fast enough. I need to move. This is not going to be a sub 35 run. I was farting around there for a minute. Use your armor, that's what it's for. Shit. I may not even live. Shit. Just stop, James. Just stop. Just... I'm embarrassing myself now. I'm gonna fucking die. Thanks. Love you.
I just got.
Yeah, don't turn my lights off. Armor, headbutt. Derp. Derp, 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 derp. I am such a derp. Derp, derp, derp. Okay, this is just troll as fuck. We're going into overtime tonight, people. Okay. I'm not doing too bad. I thought I had more than 3 left. All right, Jay, you have yourself a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoyed the conversation this evening. Hope you had a good time. Come back in next time. We'll be here Saturday. We'll find another fun topic. Really? Take it for now. Better than nothing. Fuck. I'm doing awful. I almost feel like apologizing to you guys. I'm doing shit on this run. Ah, fuck. At least I got my life back up. Ah, come on, dude. You can do this. You can do this. Quit fucking around. Oh, why is that to there? Makes no sense. Okay. Oh, I gotcha, I gotcha. I get confuzzled. Oh, well then, thanks for sticking around. Yeah, how's it feel? How's it feel? You're fucking stuck. You're fucking stuck. You can't do anything. I have soft locked your bitch ass. Gotta love stuff that ignores shields. Definitely need that. And when I get ice, be in good shape. Here we go, coming up on the last levels. I feel like we're on track for sub 30. But the last 2 levels are going to be hell without Armator, unfortunately, because I also am very low on life. Well, my health bar is not quite as large as I would feel comfortable. Oh no, this is a timed thing. Not a no damage, it's a time. And better than what I've got. God, missed out on that Drakapent. Watch me get the fucking Drakapent boost right at the end. And I had the opportunity to get the cannon, and I missed it. And back the other way. Oh, shit. These levels have not been nice to me. Then again, I've also been kind of farting through them. When I said, hey, let's do a speed run. Maybe we'll get lucky up here. A little bit out of the way, but... Okay. Kind of a leap of faith. Holy shit, I made it. Go! No! Life. Yeah, go this way. Get hit by shit. Keep falling. I am doing really bad. Nah. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Hype! Ow. Oh, no! God! I am so stupid. That'll really help. How is it I said I hate doing this guy last, and I ended up doing him last in another run? It's because I'm a masochist. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. Oh, fire! I have fire! I forgot about fire! He no likey fire! It's not really helping me. I'm just gonna keep him moving. Just die! Okay, there we go. That'll help. Ice. That'll help. That could potentially help. That'll get me through the final boss. The final boss. I was trying to say fight and boss at the same time. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. I don't have a lot of energy. That's gonna be problematic. Shit. Oh my god! I probably could have saved that. Ooh, look. Nuts! You fucker! Energy! God damn it! Not gonna be sub 35. Might be sub 40. Which is awful considering the last run was like right at it. Oh fuck. Why do you do this? Why? I'm not gonna say air rage. I'm not gonna get mad at a fucking... Watched the guy the other day. I thought he was kind of fun, and then he just started. I'm not trying to talk bad about streamers, and I'm certainly not going to give names. But like, I was watching the streamer the other day, and he was doing pretty well, and he was fun. But then when he started like messing up or not doing as well, he lost it. I mean, the guy just it was a complete shift, like a 180 shift in personality. I was like, this isn't what I was here for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go. I did a bad thing by going that way. Not only is it not going to be sub 35, I don't even think I'm going to make it to the end. This sucks. This guy sucks. Let's go on Star Trek. Oh, fuck! 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 I'm not gonna rage. Oh, yeah. I used to be better at this game. That's why I'm upset. I'm gonna stand here. That's why I was gonna stand there. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Okay. No! I can do this! I can... Oh, no, I can't! I'm so bad! My God. This is laughable at this point. Why are you so bad? I've got to be almost there, right? This level seems to be going on for longer than I wanted. Because it's all about me. Oh! You do see that this is kind of, like, screwing me, right? Like, it's not all my fault. It's not all my bad skill. It's... Some of this is just... poor level timing. I'm making excuses, aren't I? It's entirely my fault. Finally. Okay, here we go. 71 nuts. What do we have in here? Okay, 71 nuts. Go there. Really? Should be enough to get us through. Should be. Oh. Guys, I don't mind saying my balls hurt. Ugh. Been sitting in this chair too long. Come on, man. Come on. Oh my God. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? Nothing. Run out of energy. Fuck! Oh yeah, I had the keep going thing. Ended up with more health than I did when I came in. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I can do this. Yes! Yes! I got another cheat death. We're gonna do this. We can do this. We might do this. Probably not gonna do this. There we go. Alright, here we go. Just what I needed, a slot coin at the end of the game. I This is shaping up to not end well for me. This is not a good seed for this level. Maybe it is. Fuck! Alright, well, at least I don't have to do that part once. Would have been nice if I could have gone over, though. Pretty flowers! Definitely like there. Oh. This is gonna be a tough final fight. I don't have anywhere near the defense that I would like. Oh my god! After I suck this bad, if you guys never come back, I certainly don't. Oh. I did it again! Oh my god. That's it. I'm canceling myself. I find myself distasteful and insulting to my own intelligence. For those of you just tuning in, this will be our last stream because I suck. Nope, not even going for it. Not even gonna try. Nope, not fighting the monkey. Life, yes. You guys anime watchers? Like, tell me what animes you're into. Because I am a huge fan of anime, and I don't have the opportunity to talk to people about it much because I live in a small southern town, and people here just aren't into anime. All right, what do we got? I got some armor. I got some of that. And... that actually could help. Right, is that all? Yep. All right, here we go. Final fight. Definitely not sub 35. And I apologize. I said we were going to do a sub 35 run. I don't have it. I haven't played in long, and I should have taken another practice. Too much going on. No, you're right. Honestly, you're right. There is a lot going on, but the trick is kind of like just blast away, because if you have the right cannon, which I have the Armator cannon, my charge shots break enemy projectiles. So if there's a whole bunch of stuff flying at me, really all I have to do is hit the button. Is charge up, hit the button, and fire forward, and more than likely, everything that's in my path is just gonna disappear. And that's how mostly you survive the bullet hells. You just try to make sure that you're eliminating some of the sources of incoming damage. Almost as much as evading it, you just eliminate it. all Dragon Ball. I've not watched My Hero Academia though. I've been eyeballing it lately because I've been needing something new. All Dragon Ball. Yep, I know Dragon Ball. I'm tired of new anime, quite frankly. And I know that there was enough of this in old anime too, because I'm gonna cite stuff like Escaflowne and Gundam. And these are all shows that had teenagers in them. But I feel like so many animes now lean into teen angst. Like, it's about their troubles in high school, and I don't like that. And then I tell you that High School of the Dead is one of my favorite animes ever. Despite the fact that it never got finished, I thought it was just phenomenal. And I will keep watching the same 12 episodes over and over and over again because it was awesome. But like old Gundam, like Gundam Wing and the Universal Century, you know, other than Amuro, it was. Oh, I'm glad I had that don't die guy. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead on this. If I could get up to the top. Oh wait, I have fire. I am so stupid, guys. Like I am the biggest fucking idiot. Like, how does somebody with this much brain power be so... really? I could have had him on that one if I hadn't have fucking fallen off. Gantz. I know Gantz. I've not watched it. I should, though. I really love anime movies like Ghost in the Shell. Like, because it's a good, mature, like, adult anime. And Big O. I don't know if you ever saw the Big O. That was another, like, you know, big robot, big, like, giant mech anime. Big O was good. I like mecha animes. Escaflowne, I know, was kind of like about a teenage girl, but that one was... I loved it. I felt like it had some of the best storyline, and it didn't take place in high school. Like, it took place in a fantasy world, kind of like Sword Art Online, again, it took place in a fantasy world, not in a real world, like, high school setting, which is why I really loved Sword Art Online. Anybody want to place bets on time? I think we're gonna be right around 40. I tried to watch a short anime called Elia the other day. It was from the early 90s. It went along with a movie and a game. It was about this indestructible, immortal space pirate, and bounty hunter. I got about halfway through it. I really tried. I skipped the scene where I see what the time was. Did anybody see it? I'll have to go back and look at it. I'm pretty sure it was not 35. Alright, that's enough gameplay. See, I'm so out of it, and I'm just talking about other stuff. I'm not with it tonight. Like, what happened this morning just kind of threw me off. Akira. Oh god, yeah. Akira is awesome. That's a fantastic movie. Like, and once again, you're dealing with teenagers, but I think the thing that sets Akira apart is okay. All right, you guys are saying watch Gantz. I will watch Gantz, and the next time I see you guys, I will, I will give you a rundown of what I've seen so far and how I like it. Um, I think the thing that stands out about Akira is the fact that it was all of the effects in that were hand drawn. Uh, the visuals in Akira were so fantastic, and they did it with no computer graphics whatsoever. Just a beautiful example of the time and effort and the expertise that goes into animated films. It's one that just makes you appreciate animation as an art form as an adult instead of just seeing it as a cartoon. Let's see, Gundam Wing, Gundam 0083, Gundam 8th MS Team. 8th MS Team is probably the one I go back to the most, though I think Gundam Wing is my favorite. And I know that a lot of people disagree with me. I think people don't watch Gundam Wing enough. I think they watch through it once or twice and don't fully understand it. What you have to understand about Gundam Wing is that there's so much politically going on between Trays and Zex and um Duke Dermail until you read and Dorothy. There's so much political connection that you have to read into in that before you finally understand what's really going on. But once you do, it makes it the best Gundam by far. Once you establish the connection. Cowboy Bebop is my heart. Cowboy Bebop is fan. And if you've seen the live action remake, I am so angry at Netflix for canceling it after the first season, right after they introduce Ed. Like they set it up for the second season with Ed, and it's just like, why the fuck did you do that to us? Because I thought that the live action was just as good. Honestly, it might be better in some ways. Because you get more backstory about Jet and Spike that you didn't get in the animated one. Now, of course, the movie kind of filled that in. Am I correct? I don't know if I'm right. Do Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, and Outlaw Star all take place in the same lore? And the other one, not Inuyasha. Inuyasha's okay. Tenchi Muyo. Tenchi Muyo was fun. I liked Tenchi Muyo. Um, if you haven't seen Fushigi Yugi, that was a good old school anime. Maybe it's a little bit too girly for some. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Um, what else is good old? All the Dragon Balls are good. Um, I said I was watching that show Ilya. It just didn't do it for me. I watched another one. recently, and I think we just went commercial. I'll hold on for a second. I'm on standby. Um, see, let me think. Uh, another one. I re- I watched one recently, The Sacred Blacksmith. That's when I started and I just couldn't. If it gets better, tell me if anybody's. I kind of wanted to give it a try, but it just didn't. Um, Elfin Lead. That was one that started off like the first episode was phenomenal. The way it started, I was like, I'm gonna love this. This is on the caliber of like Ghost in the Shell. Um, and then it turned out to be a fucking cute little cat girl. Fucking what the fuck? Evangelion. I understand that a lot of people like Evangelion. I get the I get the idea of Evangelion. And I understand what happened at the end of Evangelion. I it was a studio issue, not a story issue. I get that. It just didn't piece together for me. Maybe it's like Gundam. Maybe I need to watch it again and read more into it. I loved the characters in Evangelion. Um, and I loved where they were going with it. Um, I guess what is it? The Evangelion 1101 2202 3303. I think they fix it. Goblin Slayer. You know what? I tried Demon Slayer and I got a few episodes into that one and that one fell apart for me. Hunter X Hunter, that one fell apart for me. You know what I'm watching right now with the two younger boys is Dragon Quest: The Journey of Dai. That one's pretty cute. I like that one. Um, Sacred Blacksmith, that one kind of fell apart. Gate. I watched one called Gate. That one I didn't really get too far in either. What was the other one? There's another one I'm watching right now. What is it called? Um, Psychopass. Psychopass is really good. Ergo Proxy. That's another really good one. I like Ergo Proxy because it has that dark dystopian and it's an adult anime. So I like that one better. Studio Ghibli. Can't go wrong with Studio Ghibli's. Uh Spirited Away is absolutely my favorite. Princess Mononoke, close second. Then I would have to say Castle in the Sky, then Howl. Then I would go I can't decide, Ponyo or Kiki. Then Kuroso. Obviously I'm only going through Hayao Miyazaki's films. Uh, I loved Whisper of the Heart and The Cat Returns. Those were Isao Takahata. Um, If you haven't seen Mary and the Witch's Flower, that was one that was based on a book that was done by Studio Ponnock, which was made up of a lot of previous, Studio Ghibli artists. Mary and the Witch's Flower is fantastic. That's a movie definitely, um, that I would I would recommend. Also, I'm in the middle I had started it before, and I've gone back and started it over now that there's more. Um, is it wrong to try to pick up chicks in a dungeon? I know, long name. But if you probably have seen it. Is it wrong to try to pick up chicks in a dungeon? Another one that is I keep saying I don't like the high schooler drama. It's about a younger guy, but it's not high school drama. It's has anybody noticed the trend of like RPG style animes? There's a lot out there that are like go into go into this multi-level dungeon to kill monsters and level up. Like, yeah. It's good. It's really good. And if you once you get through the first season, it starts out kind of cute and fun. But once you get into the second season, that shit gets real. I mean, like people are getting thrown off fucking roofs, like uh, and getting arms chopped off. Like I, it starts off where it's like it doesn't like they edit out some violence and they don't get too deep into things. But in the second season, oh boy, yeah, all bets are off. They start going hard. Um, I love it. And Sword Art Online was really good. I loved the first season with Alfheim and Sword Art Online, and I loved the first half of the second season where they go into Gungale. Um, didn't really care for much after that. I watched it just kind of tapered off. It was like they were going back and rehashing the same thing over and over. I didn't really like that that Kirito just kind of goes back into games to fix things. Just it got old. Um, but yeah, we got to do an anime night. Like we got to talk about some anime. We got to love the anime. Anime is amazing. Um, so I have one other thing for you guys, and I've got to pull this up real quick. Um, oh, here we go. I have set up. This one's going to expire shortly, but and it's nothing major right now. Yeah, I E copies. Yes. Um, I set up a Discord server. I think this is how does it do? E/slash code. I think that's the way it works. So I'm going to put this in here. This is not my permanent code. I'm just going to throw it at you guys if you guys want to join the server. Um, throw that up there. Does it connect to it? It does. Cool. I did it right. But like I said, that's not a permanent link. I've got to set up a permanent link. A permanent invite, and then I'll set up a thing to, so it'll always be in the chat. But there you go. There's the invite to the Discord channel. If you guys want to join up, right now it's nothing special. It's just chatting and talking and having fun with everybody. Um, but I intend it to get to be a lot more. So there it is. Enjoy, have fun. We are coming back on Saturday, and hopefully I won't be so angry, and I will play something that I don't suck as much at because I've played it more recently. Probably Mega Man X. um, I love my jump and shoots. I like my Zelda too, but when it comes to streaming, it's just like easy for me to do the jump and shoot. I'll probably do some Castlevania in here. Um, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble with it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go into the courtroom and just do whatever. Like, I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm not gonna like jump across the chairs and all over the place, but I am probably gonna I'm gonna try and have a little bit of fun with it because it's a ridiculous law. Doesn't need to be there. And maybe they'll agree with me. Maybe they won't. I'll just show them my charming personality. Um, so anyway, thanks for coming in tonight. We'll be back on Saturday, uh 7 o'clock as usual. If you want to hit me up in the Discord, if you want to join me to play games off stream, my Switch code, my Battle.net, my Xbox, and my Steam are in the about section. Um, that's about all I've got for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming in, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Anybody doing anything right now? No, but maybe find someone. See what's up on Twitch. None of my people are on. Maybe there is a Caleb Hart has always played Mega Man. I don't really like to raid like huge channels because they don't even notice. Like they say hi and everything, but you just get lost in the crowd. They're not guys playing Super Mario RPG. Everybody loves Mario RPG. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Uh, I don't really have a direction to raid tonight. So thank you all for coming in. I've had a good evening. Catch you next time. Stay safe and game on.